Hi there. Good morning, or good day, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. My name's Briget Boyle, and I'm glad to be here this morning. I'm here every Monday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time for a little vocal exercise, warm up, wake up if you're on the West Coast, kind of get in the middle of your day if you're on the East Coast, relax the day away if you're in Europe or wherever else. But just really glad to be here. And if you want to let me know where you're tuning in from, I greatly appreciate it. It's really helpful for me to know who I got here, and it really helps me um, with what I'm doing. And I just want to say, if you were on the workshop yesterday, there were 70 people there, which was amazing. And I just want to say thank you so much for showing up and for bringing your voices and your presence to the space. Hi, Felia from Brussels and Leslie from the Catskills. Oh, I want to go to the Catskills. It's so beautiful there. I was there for my brother-in-law's wedding last year. Was that last year? Oh. Anyways, so beautiful. And yeah, so happy Monday. Hope you had a nice weekend. And for those of you who are in California who are back into the lockdown mode, stick with me on these warm-ups. It's a really good way to stay connected, to ground, to find your center, to find yourself. Singing is so important for the heart and the soul. And as we are trying to get through this really challenging time of being locked down and in the middle of a pandemic, I think sticking to a singing practice is a really good way to stay grounded. So thank you for being here, and let me know if you have any questions or concerns or anything you'd like me to cover. And I want to say hi to Kim, who's here from the Bay Area, and Jella, good morning, and Christy from Austin, and Lisa from Portland. I'm so glad you're here. And yeah, I know many people who haven't sung for a long time and start to get back into it and recognize the beauty and the power of it. So good for you for showing up and for giving yourself some space to be with your voice. And hi, Christina from Hastings on the Hudson. Oh, so beautiful. Why don't we start just by feeling our feet on the ground while Paul from New York logs in. Hi, good to see you. And you can put one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest, and just take 3 nice big deep breaths in. And you can close your eyes or not, whatever feels comfortable. Breathe in and exhale. Lift up your toes in between. Feel the bottom of your feet really hitting the earth, and then bring your toes down, and then take a nice big deep breath in again. And exhale. And then one more big deep breath in. And let's release on a Good, we'll do that one more time. Breathe in. Release on a Great, now relax that air in. And then we're going to force the air out using the diaphragm. And relax it in. Force it out. Relax it in. And one more. Force it out. Relax it in. Good. As we relax the air in, you should have felt the air going nice and down low into the belly. If you had problems with that, just kind of think about a downward energy as you inhale, as you relax the air in. And now let's go ahead and stretch our necks out. So you can go ahead and bring your head around in circles. If you find a spot that needs a little extra love, feel free to stop and give it some extra love. Feel free to also give yourself a little neck massage if that feels good. Hi, Belinda from Maine. Glad you're here. And now you can go in the other direction if you haven't already. And if you want to sigh or make any noise to help your body connect to its stress relieving option, go ahead and do that. Now just kind of let the head rest forward, so you're kind of opening up the back of the neck. I don't want you to pull too hard or push, but just like a nice relaxed thing. And then what I want you to do is bring your hands to the back of your head and then gently push up. And that should open up the back of your neck a little bit more. So it's almost like you're heading toward being straight up and down. Beautiful. Awesome. Now roll your shoulders back. Really open up the front of the chest. Continue to breathe deep. And exhale. Good. And then reverse the circle with your shoulders. Awesome. And then we're going to take the hands and we will interlace the fingers, open up the upper back, really kind of have this upward motion with the neck, a nice big stretch in the back of the neck. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. For those of us who spend a lot of time at computers, this might feel really, really good. And even if you don't, I think it probably feels really good. And then you can take your hands, open up the front of the chest, interlace the fingers behind the back. If this is too much for you, just this simple motion, let me actually bring this video down just a little bit. So the simple motion of bringing your hands back like this, if you can't actually interlace, that's fine. Just bring your hands back, open up the chest, really feel some spaciousness in there. Take a nice big deep breath. And exhale. Awesome. Breathe in one more time. And exhale. Beautiful. Now you can release that. And since it's Monday, let's do some chest pounding, because why not? So just really loose with the wrist, nice pounding into the chest. Think about keeping your jaw really loose, continuing to breathe. You can switch hands, and when we're doing this, I really like to get up into the pectoral muscles, because that's where a lot of tension gets held and can create sort of curvature in the back. So kind of loosening that up. Start to make some sounds. And then you can come down the middle of the chest. Meridian, Ohio. Nice to see you, Rebecca. I'm glad you're here. And I'm patting my belly now for those of you who are wondering what's happening below the camera. And I want you to take that patting and go down the legs. And then come up the outside of the legs. And then you'll take your fists and you'll go into the glutes. And then up into the kidney area. Oh, cool. Rebecca, I'm so glad to hear that. So beautiful. I'm glad that we helped. This is an amazing comment from Rebecca here about seeing Kitka in Berkeley and making her feel closer to her daughter who was in Ukraine at the time. So that's really cool. Thank you. I am very cozy, Diane. Very, very cozy. This sweater was a gift from my sister, and I have barely taken it off since I got it. So let's go ahead and give ourselves, and hi, Carol. Nice to see you. Give yourself a little face massage. You can start right at the ridge of the nose and bring it out and do some circles. Finding what feels right and feels good. And then you can take the circles out to the jaw. And yawn a little bit. Good. Oh my God. That's too. A little tired today. It's a long day yesterday, and it's been a long year, really. Just make some noise now. And then take the massage back behind the jawbone and just kind of find there's a spot in there that's probably going to feel really tender. Hey, Jacqueline from Austin. Glad you're here. There's a spot that's really tender for me, and maybe it's tender for you. And just go ahead and give that a little bit of love. And you can start to sigh and make some nice glissandos to connect. And then take the hands to the back of the neck and give yourself a little massage. Good. Okay, now we're going to hum and chew. And with the humming and chewing, we're going to be bringing the resonance right to the front of the lips. Your lips might vibrate a little bit. And then try to really bring it up right into the front of the nose. And now take that sound and go really far back. Oh, cool. Hey, Toos from Poppel, Belgium. That's awesome. I love that I have somebody watching from Belgium. That's so great. Yeah, so continue kind of playing around with placement so you can come really far forward and then go really far back and also hit the middle area. The middle. And then once you're in those different places, you can play around with going up and down in your range and, excuse me, seeing what it feels like while you are playing around with the placement. Cool. For me, that was like right in the front. Now I'm going to try one right in the middle. Great. Now I'm going to try one in the back. And this might be a little bit challenging to grok because it's kind of it's one of these concepts that is like a little challenging to explain. It's really about your inner experience and really connecting with yourself and experimenting and finding the different places where your voice resonates. So I can only say so much about it, and it's really up to you as the body, as the instrument, to find the proper placement. And I think that's one of the differences between like actually playing an instrument that's not the voice and singing. Is like singing is so personal. It's so in your own body and in your own awareness. Whereas, you can practice really proper, you can see your fingers on a guitar, you can see your fingers on a piano, but with singing, you really have to look inside. And so it's like kind of there's a depth of understanding and awareness that you have to build while you're, and this is why showing up so much is awesome, because the more you sing, the more you can build awareness about your body. Great. So now let's just take a nice big deep breath in and then release on a horse lips. Good. If you have trouble doing horse lips, what I want you to do is just breathe in and just breathe out with your lips really relaxed. Even if you don't make the horse lips happen, just kind of find that relaxation. And then the way that horse lips happen is from that relaxed place, you add just a little bit of tension and it becomes a flap. Hey, James from Colorado in the forest. I'm so glad you're here. And Nancy, I'm so glad this is making sense to you. It's really great. For those of you who are not watching on Facebook or are like, where are these comments happening? I'm multi-streaming to multiple platforms, so I'm kind of responding to people on different platforms. So if you're like, I'm not seeing where these comments are coming from, don't worry about it. And also, if you have feedback about how I am with the interaction stuff, let me know, because it's really fun for me to interact, and hopefully it's fun for you too. Okay, so what do I want to do? Oh, I know what I want to do. Let's do some yum octaves. So we'll go yum. We'll go yum. Okay, so we'll go on a up all the way, and then we'll close out on a yum. 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 Cool. I just want to stop here for a second because one thing that I'm noticing about myself, and maybe you're struggling with this too, is having a nice smooth transition between the registers. So it's okay. Like, part of warming up is to make sounds that are maybe not the most beautiful, and really just focus in on again, building awareness and building strength and building length. And so so if for some reason you're having a hard time transitioning from the lower register to the higher register, that's okay. Maybe just think about, as you're going up, I like to think about like a smooth line, and also just this like really forward motion. And again, when you're coming down, I think I've talked about this in the past a lot, it's like a water drop falling down a wall, a brick wall, and there's like a little divot where the cement is, and at that point you push forward just a tad, and it can help really smooth out that break. And hi Sharon from Ontario, and Tanya from Brighton, UK. Nice to see you. So we'll start here. Yeah, I want to put up the banner because I forgot to put up the banner. Relaxing and being open. And if you need to go down an octave, you can. Beautiful. Hope that went well for you. I want you to take a second, check in with your shoulders, see how it's feeling, see how your neck is feeling. Continually checking in is a really important part of singing and warming up. And now we'll do, we're going to go back down. So take a glissando. And we'll end here, and we'll go. And here I want you to think about relaxing your throat. Really kind of having a nice wide vowel, and a gentleness to this exercise. And as we get higher, you can switch registers when you need to, and think about connecting the breath to the sounds. We'll take a nice big deep breath in. Now let's go to yeah, yo, I'll take a glissando. Oh, roll your shoulders back. Oh, lovely. Let's do a little major minor playtime. This is like turning into one of my new favorite warm-ups. So we'll do the first 5 notes of the major scale, followed by the first 5 notes of the minor scale. The only difference is the third. So we'll go, let's see what we've got here. Hi, Gabe. Nice to see you. Glad you're awake. Welcome. So we'll go, yeah, which is major, and then yeah. Excuse me, my voice is a little weird today, probably because I had a really long day yesterday, and it's okay to have a weird voice because we just are with ourselves every day and we are what we are. It's kind of deep. Okay, so major, minor. Yeah. Now minor. Yeah. Major. Yeah. 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 Minor. Yeah. I just want to stop here for a second. When I do the major, I have this tendency to want to smile a little bit. And I find that when I do smile, the pitch of that third becomes a little more true. So think about that. Maybe just try like a little lift in the corners of the mouth. May feel a little uncomfortable, but sometimes just trying on a smile may help your body recognize that it's okay to be okay. So we'll do that again. Yeah. Minor. Yeah. Major. Yeah. Minor. Yeah. Major. Yeah. Minor. Yeah. Awesome. Now take a glissando. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. And Lisa is asking, what other platforms am I on? Thank you for asking this, Lisa. I am streaming to 8 different channels right now. So, but I am on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Briget Boyle. And there's no D in my first name, BrigetBoyle. And if you subscribe there, that would be so, so, so very helpful for the work that I'm doing. I'm also streaming to Keitka's YouTube channel. I'm streaming on Periscope, on Twitch, and on 4 Facebook situations. So, which is my personal Facebook, Keitka's Facebook, the Unleash Your Voice Facebook, and Briget Boyle Music Facebook. I have a lot of brands. It's kind of nuts. I need to get my life together. So thanks for asking. Hope that wasn't too confusing. Okay, now I'm going to move on to a beautiful, let's see, which one do I want to do? Let's do Rano Ranila in honor of Gabe, who woke up early for this one. So, Gabe, you're not necessarily a maiden, but you can probably relate to Dana, who woke up early. So I don't know what I'm talking about, y'all. Okay. So this one, Rano ranila momadena maridenitsa. For those of you who are new, just take it in, listen, try to sing along. If you've been with me, work on breath control, work on having a nice consistent tone through the whole thing. I want to just jump in on the ornaments a little bit. Ra, no, ra, 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 ra. So break that down. Ra, 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 ra. Cool. The more you come back to these warm-ups, these will become more and more familiar, and the more comfortable the ornaments will become, and the breath control and the tone quality. So I'm here again every Monday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. So show up and you will grow as a vocalist, I promise. Rano. So we'll start there. Rano ranila momadena maridenitsa. 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 Cool, I'm going to stop here for a second and just answer Sharon's question, which is, am I taking a breath? The answer is no. And so what I'm trying to do is really relax the air down into the lower part of my belly, and then really use the diaphragm to support the whole length of the phrase. As I get toward the end of the phrase, I do a little bit of like squeezing in the lower part of the belly. Some will say the kegels. Like you can support the end of a sound by really getting deep into your abdominal wall and creating a nice support through contraction, and that can really help you get to the end of the phrase. The other thing I love to think about is, as I'm running out of air, I like to try to relax my belly in whatever way I can. And this is kind of a new trick I've come up with over the last 18 months or so, of like, you feel yourself running low on air, and then you look for the places in your belly as you're singing. I know it's kind of a lot happening all at once, but where you can relax and allow a little bit more room in there, because there's actually more air in our lung capacity. We tend to only use 10% of it. But we have these giant, beautiful bellows that we can fill and really control the output of the air. Another thing to think about, and I'll get back to singing, we'll do a couple more. Another thing to think about is something, I forget what it was. Oh, controlled release of the breath. So as you're releasing the breath, you can, as you're singing a phrase, you can put your hand in front of your mouth and see if you're spelling out, if there's air spilling out, and you can build that awareness and then control that air. So it's a very, very small stream of air that's coming out, especially with this style of singing. So let's start here. Ra no ra. Okay. Ra no ra ni la momadena maridenitsa. Ra no ra ni la momadena maridenitsa. Awesome. Now take a glissando. Cool. One more thing I want to say about the breath control is that with time and practice, it can get better and easier to have longer and longer breaths. And even if I'd say while you're warming up, while you're working and practicing and building, even if you run out of air toward the very end, kind of push yourself to try it in one breath. And then even if it's stop, like even if you're really, really out of air, um, just allow that to happen, because maybe next time you will have built a little bit more capacity. It kind of reminds me of like a yoga practice. I see a lot of parallels between like yoga and dance and singing. And so from my perspective, like the more you stretch, like one day you'll be like, I can't get into that position. But if you just like meet your edge and then try again the next day, or like within a couple days, you might find that you've stretched enough to be able to facilitate growth. So that's what I'm all about. And thank you so much for being here. Again, my name is Briget Boyle, and I want you to, there's a couple things I want to tell you about. Kitka is doing a daily offering of Winter Songs treats, and we're on day 7 today. So if you go to kitka.org/wintersongs2020, you can find the daily treat. There's also a beautiful, beautiful advent calendar that was illustrated by Lily Storm, and you can experience it that way. So you go to the advent calendar and you click on the day and it opens up the treat. So check it out. It's really, really fun. I'll throw that link in the chat. The also other thing I want to say is that I do have a PayPal and a Venmo if you're interested in throwing a little tip my way. No pressure. I really want to make this accessible to everybody, but I am an independent musician who lost a lot of the work that I do because of the pandemic. So that's there. Again, no pressure, but just letting you know. And then I also have the unleashyourvoice.me website where you can go sign up for the mailing list or sign up for the online course, which is a one-time payment of $97, and you get lifetime access to it. And I update it with the monthly. You also get a monthly Zoom workshop with me, and you get to see the content as I update it. And that's that. And what else do I want to say? I love you all, and I'm so grateful that you're here and that you brought your voice today and that you warmed up and you asked such great questions and made such great comments and are tuning in from all over the place. And I'm so glad, Carol, to hear that these warm-ups have helped you, because they helped me. When the pandemic hit and all of the singing groups I sing with, and like all of the opportunity, I was just started the Unleash Your Voice choir, and like there was all these reasons that I was singing all the time. And I found myself really concerned as the pandemic hit that like I was going to go into atrophy with my voice, like I wasn't going to be singing as nearly as much. And I realized I will benefit from exercising my voice, and I might as well share that with my people. And so that's when this started, and I've done over 100 streams at this point, and it's been really amazing to really connect in with the voice twice a week. It's helped me in so many ways, psychologically, spiritually, and also just as a singer, as a creator of music. And so I hope it helps you, and I'm so very grateful that you're here. I'm sending you so much love and so much patience with this process of global problem. We need, I pray for healing for all of our world, and that we can see each other in person soon. And until that day, be well, keep on singing, keep showing up. I'm here Monday and Thursday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, and I look forward to connecting with you. Take care.